Question 3 says, here are the first 5 terms of an arithmetic sequence 7, 13, 19, 25, and 31. Prove that the difference between the squares of any two terms of the sequence is always a multiple of 24. So first, let's start with finding what the common difference is between each of these terms. So between 7 and 13, there's a difference of 6. Between 19 and 13, there's a difference of 6 again. And same goes for 25 and 19 and 31 and 25. So whenever we're trying to find the nth term for a sequence, especially an arithmetic one, what we do is we know the common difference, which is 6. So that means all of these terms can be considered multiples of 6. Even though they're not multiples of 6, obviously, because 7, 13, 19, 25, and 31 don't come in the 6 times table. But we know 6 does, 12 does, we know 18 does, 24, and 30. So one less than each of these would come in the 6 times table, which means our nth term would be 6n plus 1. Because if we replace n with 1, so 6 times 1 plus 1 would be 7, which you can see over here. If we find the second term, 6 times 2 plus 1 would be 13. And let's say find the fifth term. So 6 times 5 plus 1 would be 31. Thus, this is your nth term for this. Now, moving on to what the question is asking us to do. We have to prove that the difference between the square of any two terms of the sequence is always a multiple of 24. So if the nth term I'm saying is 6n plus 1, so if this is the first term that I pick, then the one after this would be 6n plus 1 plus 6, which is basically 6n plus 7. So these are the two consecutive terms that we're going to use to prove this. So the difference between the squares of any two terms, which means 6n plus 7 whole square minus 6n plus 1 whole square. So let's expand this. 6n times 6n plus 7 and plus 7 times 6n plus 7 minus 6n times 6n plus 1 and plus 1 times 6n plus 1. That's going to be 36n square plus 42n plus 42n plus 49. Then minus 36n square minus 6n plus 6n plus 1. Combine the like terms. So 36n square minus 36n square is going to be 0. So that goes away. 42n plus 42n is going to be 84n minus 6n plus 6n once again gets cancelled out. The next 49 minus 1, which is going to be 48. Now 84 divided by 24 is 3. So 3n over here, and 48 divided by 24 is 2. So as you can see, the result is a multiple of 24. Whatever the value would be of the bracket, it is getting times by 24.